Welcome to another episode of the Golden Round Buzz podcast, sponsored by the Brea Bakery Bread and Recover 180. Welcome to Victory Monday. The Rams went to London and demolished the Jacksonville Jaguars 35-7. It wasn't even that close. The Rams could have beat them 42-56-0. Matthew Stafford was 21 of 33 for only 182 passing yards, but 5 touchdowns. He threw a touchdown to Kenneth Mumford for 5 yards, Devontae Adams for 2 yards, Devontae Adams for 1 yard, Terrence Ferguson for 31 yards, and last but not least, Devontae Adams for 1 yard. The Rams went in there and defeated the Jaguars, coached by Liam Cohen. Didn't he used to be the Rams offensive coordinator back in the day? Sean McVay destroyed him and kicked his ass. Hey, big shout out to all the Ram fans that traveled far and wide to go to London. I seen your posts, I seen your Twitters, I seen your IGs, I seen all your socials. Was it all rammed out? Was it all Ram fans? It seemed like it was a Rams home game to me because I don't know you Jacksonville fans, but from what I seen on TV, man, I got up early. I got up around 5:30, prepped, had my coffee. I couldn't eat breakfast. One thing about me, I cannot eat breakfast or lunch before a Rams game. I get too hyper, too energetic, too jittery. I move around too much, but as long as I have my coffee, I'm good. So coffee came, ordered my coffee, settled down, watched the Rams kick Jacksonville's ass, and wow, the rest was history. The Rams are now 5-2 and tied with the division lead with the San Francisco 49ers. You know what pisses me off? If you think about it, football is a game of inches, right? And the Rams are inches away from being 7-0. Let me repeat that. The Rams are inches away from being 7-0. At the worst, okay, 6-1, but no, 7-0. The Eagles, field goal, extra points. How many did they miss? The Niners, 4th down. Kyron Williams fumbles before overtime at the goal line, 2 or 3 yard line. Do you know the Rams could have the best record in the NFL right now if the field goal kicker kicked those field goals? And as you can see by the game yesterday, field goal kickers miss extra points, mix field goals. Come in handy. I'll talk about that later. Oh, I forgot to introduce today who's going to be our guest today on the Golden Round Buzz podcast. Julius. You see him at all Rams events, all Rams tailgates. You know who he is. Later on, we're going to have him as a guest right here in this seat. And I got to ask him a couple questions. Who, what, when, why, and how. Stay tuned for that. So, like I mentioned, the Rams are now 5-2 in the NFC West, but they're not in first place because Niners beat us. And then tonight, Seattle has a game, which is Monday. So we'll see where we stand. But let me go by the Sunday rundown. Of course, Rams 35-7. The Bears 26-14 over the Saints. The Browns 31-6 over the Dolphins. Do you think the Dolphins are tanking now with all that Tua talk and talking about his teammates? And where's Jalen Waddle and what's his name, Tyreek Hill going to play next year? Are they going to get traded? Are they done? Who knows? Because this score, the Chiefs 31, the Raiders 0. Raider fans, what happened? I remember beginning of the year, Raider fans, about 80 of you guys, made bets with me that the Raiders were going to win 9 games, right? As I see it, the Raiders are now 2-5, last place as usual. Remember you guys were hyping up Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly and Genty and Geno Smith and this and that and telling me, let's bet the Raiders are going to win 9 games. The Raiders may not even win 5 games. Just win some, baby. You guys are terrible. You guys need Ohtani to help you. You know what I'm saying? You guys are done. I begged, I pleaded with you not to bet me. I said, Raider fans, do not do this. Do not bet me. You guys are going to win 9 games. Yes, we are. We got it. As I recall, I think you guys had like 5 coaches in the last 5 years. Let me see. Let me recall. You had interim coach, special teams coach, and then you had, who'd you have after that? The guy from the Patriots, Josh McDaniel. And then you had Antonio Pierce. And now you have Pete Carroll. Oh, my bad. You've had 4 coaches in 4 years. I apologize, Raider fans. But you guys still will not win that division. It's either going to be the Chiefs or the Broncos. The Raiders are irrelevant. I'm going to keep on saying it and saying it and saying it. So don't tag me. Don't call me. Don't TikTok me. Don't Instagram me. Don't Facebook me. Don't MySpace me. You guys are done. Now, the Eagles beat the Vikings 20-22 and their ex-quarterback Carson Wentz. This game was a stinker to me. Did anybody watch this? Does anybody care? Carolina 13, Jets 6. What are the Jets now? 0-7? Dang, this is terrible. Who's had more coaches than the last? Jets. I don't know. Jets last year. Oh, what's the record? Are the Jets going to win 3 games, folks? Who knows? New England 31-13 over the Titans. New England's now in first place over the Buffalo Bills. Who saw that coming? This game right here. The Broncos beat the Giants 33-32. Now, the Broncos scored 33 points in the fourth quarter, I believe. But the Giants field goal kicker, I believe, missed 2 extra points. Even the last one that could have put them up, or 33-30, and we could have had an overtime game. But no, the field goal kickers seem to get their field goals blocked or can't make extra points this year nowadays. Ooh, the Colts, 38-24 over the Chargers. The Colts are, wait, the Colts are the best record in the NFL? Who saw that coming? Daniel Jones leaves the Giants, goes to the Colts, and is leading them in first place? I guess when teams leave the Giants, they turn into superstars. Saquon Barkley, and now Daniel Jones. Green Bay did us a favor. Thank you, Green Bay. They beat the lonely Arizona Cardinals 27-23. And the Cowboys beat the Washington Commanders 44-22. Wow, look at that. See, the next game was kind of hard because I can never root for the Niners, right? But they're playing the Falcons. So the more the Falcons lose, the more that helps the Rams because the Rams control the Falcons' pick. So who was I rooting for? The Falcons. Because the Falcons beat the Niners, the Rams have been in first place. I can never, ever, ever root for the Niners. If the Rams had the chance to win the division, if the Niners had to beat, I don't know. I just can't root for the Niners. It's like rooting for the Celtics. I'm a Laker fan. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's a Sunday rundown. So, who saw this coming, man? Who saw the Colts being in first place? That is unbelievable to me. The AFC South. That's unbelievable. So, we're going to take a commercial break. Shout out to our sponsor, Brea Bakery Bread. Get the new pretzel breads at all your local Vons, Ralph's, Albertsons. Pretzel buns, as well as pretzel baguettes. After this commercial break, our guest, Julius, will be joining us. Welcome back. Our next guest can be seen at all Rams tailgates, all Rams events. I met him a couple years ago. He's full of energy. He loves his Rams. Join us now, Julius.
Yes, sir.
What's up, baby? How you doing, dog?
Yeah, we doing good.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being our guest.
What's up, Ramley? Victory Monday. Yes, sir. Whose house? Rams' house. But first of all, before I start talking, I want to give a special rest in peace to Sal Martinez, the Golden Ram, the Ram himself, a Rams fan before any other Rams fan I ever met. Just saying, he's number one in my heart as far as Rams fans are concerned. So there will be more. I know I'm not related to Sal, or I'm not a close friend of Sal like Damon is, but I did know Sal, and I'm not gonna be able to get up at the podium at the funeral because I'm not that close to Sal to be the one people to get up like that. So I just wanted to say what I have to say right here while I'm up here. So rest in peace to that man right there. Without him, I don't know if there would be any of us, Ramley. So
thank you for that, man.
Let me turn this light off too, because I don't want to blind you. You should wear your sunglasses, man. You know how I do. I'm just playing.
Thank you for joining us. First of all, you all rammed up from head to toe.
Thank
Coordinate, even the socks.
Hey man, you know I had to do it for the Golden Ram, man.
You know what I'm saying?
The Golden Ram.
Now,
sure.
Julius, okay,
I
I always see you at tailgate. So what made you a Ram fan?
Man, I became a Rams fan a long time ago. So not a long time ago because I'm not that old. But so I became a Rams fan during the St. Louis era.
Okay.
In the 2000s in 5th grade, my 5th grade teacher, I didn't know what football, Super Bowl was. I'm kind of a church guy. My mother took me to church a lot on Sunday, so I missed a lot of football. So 5th grade teacher brought up the Super Bowl. Who's he going to win around 2000? Titans or the Rams? I was like, I asked where they were from. Tennessee, St. Louis. I remember in my mind, as a little 5th grader, I had some family from St. Louis, so I picked the Rams, and they ended up, when I found out what the result was, I was like, all right, I picked the right team. I guess that's what I'm going to root for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? So I always saw some glimpses as a little child, little leftover LA Rams stuff, like, in the late 90s when when you're able to, whenever you are as a child able to start remembering things. But I always thought that was a myth, you know what I'm saying? And then when I actually knew what the sport of football was, they were already the St. Louis Rams. So, but I think that was always back in the back of my mind, the LA Rams thing. So, but I became a Rams fan at first as a St. Louis Rams fan.
Now, did you watch the Super Bowl between St. Louis and the Tennessee Titans? Did you watch it?
I watched the beginning and the end because I was that young. Okay. I really didn't care about. Only cared about the Lakers. Okay. Really, Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? That's all I cared about as far as sports was concerned. So, I remember the game starting, the coin flip and everything, whatever that was, and then I remember the tackle. Yeah. And people.
Mike Jones.
Yes, I remember the tackle, Mike Jones, and everybody going crazy. Oh, and I went in. I'm like, what happened? Dude stretched out at the line. He didn't get there, and I'm like, oh. Does that mean we won? He was like, yeah, the Rams won. I'm like, all right then. I picked the right. Then I went back outside playing freeze tag. Yeah, I said, hide and go see where you at. So I was a kid.
Now, do you have a favorite Rams player of all time? Could be St. Louis, could be LA Rams.
Oh, that's cool. Remember at training camp this past year?
Yeah,
I saw you twice.
Yes, you
remember
did.
The first time I saw you?
Yes.
Who did we see?
Torrey Holt.
That's my favorite St. Louis Ram.
Okay, he's your favorite all-time.
He might not be the best St. Louis Ram, but he's my favorite St. Louis Ram of all time because that's who I mostly saw probably in between 2000 because Isaac Bruce was from the 90s and he's an LA Ram too, but I wasn't that old enough. When I was old enough, I was watching a lot of late of Marshall Faulk and then a lot of Torrey Holt, you know what I'm saying? So Torrey Holt became my favorite Ram by default at that time when I was coming up. So NFL, you got to get it right.
I'm about to say that.
You got to get it right. He put him in the Hall of Fame, NFL. Hall of Fame. Torrey Holt. He deserves it. I don't care how many greatest shoulder turf players are in there already. Torrey Holt deserves to be in there too, and you know it. Get it right, NFL. Get it right.
So he's your favorite St. Louis and LA Ram of all time is Torrey Holt?
Not of all time.
Okay, who's your favorite? Okay, that's
coming up as a child. So I got a favorite. I got a favorite all time. I got a favorite right now. I got a favorite coming up. So
tell me about all of them.
So right now, my favorite Ram got to be Matthew Stafford. I love Matthew Stafford. I loved Matthew Stafford before he got to our team in 2021. I bought his jersey preseason before he even played the one snap before the Rams. I love Matthew Stafford even when he was on the Lions and then setting records with Calvin Johnson and everything. So, and then all time, I got to go with the great 99. You know what I'm saying?
Whew. The greatest, one of the greatest tackles, or almost a tackle on Rams.
Greatest NFL player I've ever seen in my life. For me, in my life. I know there's others that have been great before I was born and able to know what football is, maybe to you. But as far as in my life and what I know, Aaron Donald's number one for me.
Now, are you a season ticket holder? Or?
Not yet, but I plan to become one for 2026 because we got some expensive games in there, so I might as well go ahead and cash my ticket and become a season ticket member next season. So that's what I'm planning on doing.
Now, I always see you at tailgate. Do you arrive by a certain time? Who do you tell? I always see you walking around tailgate. What time do you arrive at tailgate?
I gotta arrive by a certain time. That's in between. No later than 9:30 or okay. I'm late. So for Ramley, you gotta get there. You at least by 10. If you're after 10, you're already late. You gotta get there before 10. We out here partying. Jamming with the Rams Booster Club. And all
I like that. Now, do you attend Ram games or you just come to tailgate?
First of all, we attend Ram games, okay. But I'm gonna keep it at the tailgate. I want to shout out the Booster Club.
Go for it. Shout them all out.
Well, we ladies first. I'm gonna shout out the Leland Ladies and Mob Squad. Ladies first. They were on. They're on the podcast, so check out that episode of the Going Around podcast with the Leland Ladies and Mob Squad. But some foundational ones. RWO, of course, we shouting you out. Y'all gotta check out RWO. Then Rams Republic Foundational. You gotta check out Rams Republic Fan Club. You gotta check out World Tour Rams, obviously. You got to check out Rams Empire. You got to check out Mob Squad, of course, and Die Hard Rams Booster Club. You got to check, can't forget them. And then we got the other ones on the Booster Club, bro. And the Melonheads. They're foundational,
that's right.
man.
I saw them at Angel Stadium. So when I was a kid,
Thank you.
I saw the two people I used to see at Angel Stadium as a kid. I even wrote a report on them. The Melonheads, and then I remember Sal's family at the time, Rambro and all them.
Yes.
I was 13, saw a newspaper clipping and wrote a social
13.
studies article about them, not knowing I'm going to meet Sal and Rambro later on in life. I did a report on Sal's family, not knowing it was Sal's family 2 years later. I wish I would have kept the report. The teacher's like, I said, yeah, I see these Rambro characters came. I said, they're wearing grenades. I'm 13. But that is crazy how life, happens like that, it's later on in life.
Then you came back.
Yes.
So you did a report on Sal's family. I know who it was. Came back, and then you're doing a podcast with Sal himself.
Rest in peace. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Rest in peace.
Now, my question is, I always see you at tailgates walking around. I want to know, how do you carry that flag? You must have arm strength. You carry it constantly all around.
Yeah,
I never seen you put it down. This is the first time I've ever seen you put the flag down.
When you think of Rams fans,
this is his trademark.
Yes, sir, man. When you think of Rams fans like you, and you think of Rams fans like Sal, who Sal didn't put so much work into what he had, and to what we're gonna remember him for. You can't help but to raise the towel. I'm just too happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy the Rams are back. I'm happy the Rams are back, and this is their 10th season. I'm happy what Stan Kroenke did, buying that land and building that building. I'm still happy for that. I'm happy that we won in that building. I'm just super happy. I'm happy to be a Rams fan. I can't explain it.
Now, do your arms ever get tired holding that? Because I always see you just walking around.
Definitely. I'm a human.
I never seen him take a break till just now. I see him constantly just his stash glued to the flag, which is amazing. I'm just I'm watching. He never puts it down, just walking. So you do take breaks with this, right? Right now you're taking a break.
Oh yeah, because I got to take a sip. We got the tailgate. I got to take a sip. Yeah, my bro Malik.
Shout out to my cousin Malik getting married this Saturday. Wow.
Oh, congrats to you, brother.
So what's your favorite game you've seen in person?
My favorite game that I've seen in person. You know what my favorite game I've seen in person.
Let the world know.
The NFC Championship.
Say it again.
2021, January 30th, against them hated San Francisco 49ers. Man, that was a great game to be at, man. Lost my breath for a whole week. I didn't know. The Super Bowl's in 2 weeks after that. I didn't know my voice was going to be back. That's how much I lost my breath at the NFC Championship. I didn't know my breath was going to be back for the Super Bowl. But, we had to yell them. We had to get them on them escalators early, and it was great. Aaron Donald threw up the ring.
I'm so lucky, man. I saw the NFC Championship game as well as the Super Bowl. And this year's Super Bowl is in San Francisco. Next year it's in SoFi. Somebody's like, Damon, if you had a chance, where'd you? I said, I want the Rams to win the Super Bowl this year in San Francisco. Man. My wish would be, I want a home game, of course, but if the Rams beat San Francisco in San Francisco for the NFC Championship game and then won the Super Bowl 2 weeks, you can't say nothing. No more banging ever again. You beat the Niners NFC Championship game in San Francisco, and then 2 weeks later you win the Super Bowl and they're at home. I would love to see that.
I would love to see that, too.
I would love to see that, too.
Speaking of San Francisco, me and shout out to Rampo, we going up there this season.
Oh, November 9th.
Yeah.
That's the next. Well, that's the next.
That's the rematch. We got to get them back. Yeah.
So, hey, anything you want to shout out? I mean, you're always rammed up here to toe.
Victory Monday, that was a good victory versus the Jags. I think you already recapped that. But, I was happy with the hat trick from Devontae. I got him on my fantasy squad, so I was happy with that, along with the defense. Anything else I want to shout out? I want to finish shouting out, Record Crew Rams Click. 916 Rams fans, 702 Rams Club. I can't forget you. And
Central Valley Rams.
Central Valley Rams.
Ooh. There's a lot of Ram fans out there. I love it.
SoCal Rams Booster Club too. You guys are foundational. So I love the Booster Clubs, and what I first saw at the Coliseum, it got me like, I love all of that. Yeah. I really wasn't the towel man though at the Coliseum. I didn't really become the towel man until we won. Shout out to the leading ladies again. Shout out to Christy. She kind of told me to put it in the air one time, and then, a couple of Ramley around the tailgate kind of liked what they saw. We had put it they're like, put it up again.
I saw you.
And then they were like, put it up. I'm like, all right, I'll put it up again. And then I'm like walking. So I with the Super Bowl towel at that time, and they're like, oh, put it up. I'm like, now everyone's telling me to put it up, so I might as well not put it down we're the champions. So hey, That's what I became at the time. So.
Speaking of that, I saw you in the Ram fan photos recently too.
Oh,
Front
wow,
page, baby.
man.
You made the front page. I saw you. I see everything.
Yeah.
I pay attention to everything when it comes to Rams. You
that was a good picture too.
I was like, look, did you frame it? You gonna frame it?
I'm gonna have to print that out and
You
frame
got
it.
to,
I
man.
was in
Like,
the Puka and everything.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to Puka. He coming back. He coming back after the bye week.
Well, once again, hold on. Give a shout out. Who made this for you, man? Where's this from?
I
Turn on
got
the light.
I got this from the Chinese website. Look at
Oh,
But
Chinese.
you gotta follow me on IG at Julius Fuse IV. DM me. I'll send you the website how to get this LA Rams chain right here. He also has the Rams head. He had the St. Louis Rams head. And then he had the old school, not broken horn Rams helmet from the 90s and before, if you want that one too. So, and he has a Rams head facing forward. The mean looking one with that one's vicious. That's all Ram.
Now, before I let you go, big shout out to our guy, Julius, for joining us. Whose house?
Rams house.
Whose house?
Rams house.
One more time for everybody watching. Whose house?
Rams house.
There you go, baby. Follow him on IG. You'll see him at the tailgating. Thank you so much for Julius for being our guest on the Go Around Buzz podcast. Thank you, Julius, for joining us. That was an energetic interview. Thank you so much, Julius. I love running to him at every Rams training camp or just Rams events or Rams tailgating. This past summer, we ran to each other twice and we were first in line, and he was holding that flag up. I was like, "You gonna put the flag?" Nah, man, I got it. So big shout out to Julius. I'm going over our standings in the NFL right now. This is a big surprise to me. The AFC East, the Patriots are 5-2 and in first place. The Bills are 4-2. Miami 1-6, and the Jets 0-7. Who picked New England Patriots to be 5-2? I think only my friend Nicole Sabraski. She's a big Patriots fan. In the AFC North, we got Pittsburgh 4-2, Cincinnati 3-4, Cleveland 2-5, and Baltimore 1-5. Baltimore's in last place. Then again, Lamar Jackson's hurt, so we'll see how this thing turns around. But Pitt just lost to Cincinnati, and they're battle 40-year-old quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco. Now, this is a surprise to me. The best record in the NFL as of today, the Indianapolis Colts are 6-1. The Jags are 4-3. Texans are 2-3, and Tennessee is 1-6. Now, the Colts were inches away from being 7-0. How did they lose? They lost to the Rams. Remember that receiver was running for the touchdown? Fumbles. They're 6-1, the best record in the NFL. The AFC West is kind of a surprise to me. Denver, 5-2. Chargers, 4-3. KC, 4-3. And the Raiders, you already know, last place, 2-5. Now, who's going to win this division? Will it be the Broncos, Chargers, or Chiefs? Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, stay tuned. They're going to win the division again. The NFC East, the Eagles, 5-2, but they don't seem like they're happy at 5-2. How are you in first place that don't seem happy? Dallas is 3-1, Washington 3-4, and the Giants, after a heartbreaking defeat yesterday, are 2-5. The NFC North, Green Bay 4-1, Detroit 4-2, could be changed after tonight. Chicago 4-2, and Minnesota 3-3. The NFC South, and big shout out to my boy DeMar J, Bucks fan. Tampa Bay, they win tonight or whatever, could have the best record. Today, we're filming this on Monday, so the game's going on right now. They can have the best record tied with the Colts. They're 5-1. Carolina's 4-3. Atlanta 3-3. And the Saints 1-6. And that's the Rams' next opponent on home game. November 2nd will be against the Saints. So let's bury the Saints. Now, the NFC West. I talked about it earlier. San Francisco 5-2. Rams 5-2. Seattle after tonight could be 5-2, and Arizona holding up the rear at 2-5. Who knew the NFC West is going to be this close? Oh man! So let's break down this division. So San Francisco's 5-2 versus division. They're 3-0. The Rams versus division are 0-1. We've only played one division game. Seattle's 1-1 and Arizona's 0-2. So we got to beat the Niners November 9th. I do not want the Niners to sweep us. I don't want none of that. I want no bragging rights. They got lucky last time. Okay, that's all it was. But hey, a win's a win. Could be win by 40, win by 1 point. A win's a win. I don't care. But the Rams, they got to beat the Niners. Don't overlook the Saints though, because the Rams' next 3 games are, believe, against the Saints, Niners, and Seattle, and Tampa Bay next 4 games. Whew, wow. So beginning of the year, I don't know if I said it. I think I told a couple people. Thought the Rams were going to go 13-4. Is it still possible? Yes, they're 5-2. Couple, like I mentioned earlier, a couple inches away from being 7-0, but 13-4. I just want to win the division, have a couple home playoff games, and we're looking good though, man. We're looking good. Without Puka yesterday, Devontae went off. Everything opened up. We ran a lot of tight end sets. So I'm liking what I'm seeing, but man, I wish we were 7-0. Damn it. Hey, before I head out with another episode, closing remarks. This Friday, we're going to celebrate the life of my podcast co-host, biggest Ram fan in the nation, a father, a brother, an uncle, a son. My boy Sal Martinez in Montebello. This Friday, October 24th, at 3 p.m. So all you fans out there, Ram fans, wear your Rams gear, NFL fans, come and let's celebrate this, man. He did a lot for me, opened a lot of doors. I cry every day for my guy. I miss him. Yeah, so come out this Friday, October 24th. Let's celebrate the life of Sal Martinez. Let's yell Rams house all day and all night there. Wear your Rams gear, and let's just party for Sal, man. He would love it. I told him he's loved out there. Let's show him. So before I head out, whose house? Rams house. See you November 2nd at SoFi Stadium. Cool. How long was that?